Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jonathan back again with the weekly scuffle, and I'm here to talk about UFC 287 and the craziness that ensued throughout the whole event. The first things off, a couple things I gotta mention. Raul Rosas Jr., his hype train kind of got dismantled pretty easily by Christian Rodriguez. Honestly, that was a one-sided fight throughout. And Dana's a little salty about that. You could just tell, he was next up for Dana. He was clearly supposed to be the next prospect for Dana, and this is kind of what happens when you tend to push these prospects a little bit too fast. In boxing, we see the complete opposite actually, where prospects, if anything, are super protected. So that's a very interesting to note for the future of prospects in the UFC. And then of course we had the retirement of Jorge Masvidal. And while he's had some both ups and downs inside and outside the ring, you know it's still a pretty great career considering where he began. And in the backyard street fight scene in Miami, he ends his career in Miami in the big arena. So solid career overall, and probably gonna go into that boxing scene. He has the game bred promotion, so that's gonna be very interesting to keep an eye out on. But lastly, we gotta talk about the style bender Israel Adesanya reclaiming his title as the UFC middleweight champion with a vicious KO. Absolutely insane, a blink and you'll miss a moment. And honestly, it was a great fight. And honestly, it kind of requires a trilogy now in the UFC. Technically it would be a quintology, I think. I don't even know how you'd say that, because of the two kickboxing fights. But regardless, I think it would definitely be a great fight for Adesanya to cement himself as a UFC legend. And, granted, while the Pereira would still have those two kickboxing wins, Adesanya would have two out of the three UFC fight victories. So, take that as you will. Honestly, I think that would be a great fight wherever they decide to do it. But with that being said, we'll see how all this plays out and see you next time. Peace.